Alright guys, Rooster in Tennessee here. Got the analyzer out and we're looking at the GR45. I did a similar video to this when I put the 7-foot skip shooter on here and showed it off, and it was like a 108, 106. I don't remember exactly, but it was really good. The SWR was great bandwidth on the skip shooter. But today we're looking at the GR45, and I've been messing with it today a little bit. Been out talking on it, made a skip contact on it, etc. But we'll take a look at how I've got it set up, the SWR on it. Now I'm in the truck right now, and I'll show you guys when I get out. The SWR is going to change ever so slightly, but I'm in the truck with the doors closed. So I'm just going to hit the check button to check the SWR. Make sure that I'm not showing you guys some foobar here. LMR 240 Ultraflex coax. A lot of people ask me what coax length I run. I run 18 feet. It's just generally what I run on any antenna, and I don't have any tuning problems. But 104, 49.7 ohms, X 2.2, so not bad. I think most people will be pretty happy with that. So next thing I'm going to do is show the how broad the antenna is. So we're just going to hit scan SWR, and this is not perfect, guys. I haven't perfected the tune on it, but it's going to be pretty dang good, I think. So we're basically 20 channels each way, and we are lowering out right there in the middle where we want to, and not above a 1.2. So you shouldn't be above a 1.2 on a regular 40. Now, just to check that theory, just to show you guys, let's go to set freak, and for just example we'll go to 27005, and then we'll just show SWR for it. So a 1.1 on 27005. Now our impedance messed around a little bit, 43 ohms, not terrible, not the greatest, but it did change some. But the SWR is still good. And what we'll do is we'll come over here and we'll go to 27405, and then we'll just hit show all again. So actually a little better on the higher channel there. So I could mess with the tune, bring that tune down a little bit, but the thing is we're below a 1.2 for 40 channels basically. So really happy with how that has turned out. Now we'll get out and take a look at the antenna, what it looks like mounted up here. Like I said, when I get out, the SWR is going to change just a little bit. We can take a look at it again when I get out, just to see how bad it does change. Forgive my old dirty Tacoma here. This thing's like my rolling office. So with the door open, it goes from a 106 to a 1.1, and that's with me standing outside. So not a huge difference, but it does change. Okay, so we'll take a look here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It kind of blends in with the trees, but I might have to stand up inside the truck here so you guys get a good look at it. I think it's 4 feet tall, approximately 4 feet tall. I have been on the interstate with it today. I could hear the antenna a little bit whistling in the wind. Not terrible, but I could hear it some. Initially when I got it and I had it set to the original settings, there we go, gets a little bit different angle on it there. It was a 1.6 out the box, and all I did is grab the butterflies and pull them outward at the same time, and I initially got it down to a 1.1, which was great, but I wanted to see if I could get it even lower, so I pulled them outward a little bit more. Great responses from everybody talking local today so far. Tested it with Hammerhead. He went to his flat side and his vertical, and it talked about the same, flat and vertical. Just got it on my triple mag. You can see a little rust build up down here, but it's not hurting it any. But I've just got it on my triple mag, 18 feet of LMR 240 Ultraflex coax. Made a contact with Silver Streak in Washington State, and I'm running approximately 400 watts peak out of my truck right now. Nothing big, just about 450 watts peak, and I made a contact with him. So so far so good, guys. I'm impressed with it. Do I know if I like it better than my skip shooter? I don't know if I like it any better. It doesn't stand up as tall as my skip shooter. I'm gonna do the test where I drive, you know, five miles away or so. I'm gonna start doing that with different antennas. But first I'm gonna do it with this one, and then I'll do it with a skip shooter. And then I'll do a 6-foot skip shooter, you know, do the 7, then the 6. And I'll probably try some striker antennas and other antennas that I can put on my triple mag. But so far, the GR45, it gets a good thumbs up from me. There you go. There we go. There's a better angle of it. So far, it gets a couple of thumbs up from me. Like the way it's doing so far. Good antenna. It's very lightweight. It doesn't stick up very tall. Yes, I can hear it whistling in the wind a little bit, but it's not terrible. Especially if you have an exhaust that is any louder than the V6 on my Tacoma here, then you probably won't even notice it. But that's my initial thoughts on it. SWR, how it tuned out. It's talking good. Nobody has been like, oh man, I can't hear you down in the mud. You know, everybody's said that it's doing really well. So that's it, GR45. Again, I'll be doing more videos. I'm gonna do a couple videos where I drive to a specific location, and I'll do the same test with every antenna. Once I start doing that, I will drive to to that location and back from it, and I'll have a video recording the whole thing, and that way we can kind of document how antennas do. Now, that doesn't mean a hill of beans for talking skip. It's really hard to measure which antennas talk skip better unless you just switch and you went from getting no skip contacts to getting a bunch of them. You know, then you know that there's a difference, but it's hard to measure because skip conditions are continuously changing. So that's something you'll just have to play with on your own. But I know this antenna talks good skip. It does really well. And I know the skip shooter, ironically enough, does really well talking skip. So there you go, guys. GR45 gets my approval. Rooster in Tennessee. Questions, comments, complaints, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535, and we'll catch you out there. Also check out the website, roostercb.com.